Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Phuket, and we're going to take a look at a temple, Wat Phra Thong. It used to be called Wat Phra Thong, which means like the temple of the protruding Buddha. And now the new name is Wat Phra Thong, which is the temple of the golden Buddha. Anyway, this has kind of an interesting story behind it. It goes back to the old days with the story about a little boy that tied his buffalo to a stick out in a field, and then he fell sick and died. And then it also talks about in like 1650, like a monk had him build a temple over this, and then the Burmese came and tried to dig it up, and they got attacked. So let's go in here and let's look around. I'll tell you a little bit more of this story, and we'll see this really unusual Buddha image. This is the old hall. You can see the prayer wheel, and then of course at the temple you have the people selling, lottery tickets and stuff like that. And this is a really interesting building just itself. It's kind of the style of the South, the way it's just kind of like a square shape, and the figures and stuff are a little bit different. So here we have a little place where they can light off the firecrackers. Has a lot of Chinese influence also. And then over there is the bell tower. So anyway, the story goes is the little boy tied his buffalo to a stick, and then he got sick and died, and the buffalo got sick and died. And the villagers didn't know what it was, and they came out here and they dug around it, and while they were digging around it, they found it was the finial, or whatever you say, that little top knot of the Buddha image. And so when they were trying to dig, hornets came and attacked the diggers, and the people who were watching, they were unharmed. There's the ordination hall, and it's locked up. I've never been able to get in there. And when a monk found it out here, and he decided that it was time to build a hall over it. They just left it half buried. And when the Burmese invaded here in 1783, I believe, they tried to dig this Buddha image up. And the workers that were trying to dig it up to take it back to Burma, ants came and attacked all the people that were digging, and they died and stuff like that. So that's the story of this image. This is the inside of the hall. You can see they have a bunch of little Buddha images up there. But it's a great little story about the ants and the wasps and the Burmese. Whenever the Burmese uncovered his face, they said it was exquisite. That's what the little story says. So they dug it down as far as the neck. And before that, the monk convinced them to cover it with lime to kind of hide it, because they were worried about people coming over here and trying to steal it. So the ruler, whenever the Burmese were trying to dig it up, hundreds of people died from the ant bites. And they were eventually chased away whenever the governor of Nakhon Si Thammarat sent soldiers over here, and the Burmese fled. But how cool is this? So this is all that you see sticking up. So the legend goes they've never been able to see the whole Buddha. And then there's a couple images around here. Have a pretty nice reclining Buddha, and then over there is their relic. You can see where they put the gold leaf on everything. You have this image here with the Naga around them, and then check out the wooden shutters for the back door and stuff. So this was changed to Wat Phra Thong in 1906 when King Rama VI came here. He was just the crown prince at the time. Rama V was still alive, and then he bestowed on this temple the current name. This is a different looking pose you normally don't see, with the hand up on the head. That's kind of cool. And then over here, this is the Pali pose that I like to call the Utang. So you have the monkeys and the elephants giving the Buddha the offerings. And then in its lap, he'll have one hand up and one hand down. It's a nice pose. There's a picture up there of when King Rama IX came here. So at the time, it was just the head. You can see right there, it looks quite a bit different. And then they have another pose here with the arms crossed. Lots and lots of gold leaf on it. And last look at it. Yeah, that is really cool. It's something a little different. This is why I wanted to come over here today. I kind of like this temple. Over here you can buy some of the amulets and stuff like that. Now this is a working temple, so there are the monks and everything. There's the crematorium, the ordination hall, and there's a museum, but it looks like the museum is closed up again. The museum's supposed to be open till 4, but I've never been able to get in there. And you can see the ordination stones, the marker stones here at this ubasot, or ordination hall. You can see the styling, it's Bangkok styling. Quite a bit different than the styling of this temple building over here. I really like this, it's really nice. I've never been able to get in here. I don't know when they open it, probably just for ordinations, ceremonies for the novice monks that come in. And to the south of the main buildings is kind of the custom. These are the monk quarters over here. And as you normally see at a Thai temple, you'll see the chickens running around. And they're doing a little bit of renovation to some of this stuff. And then over here, they're doing some also to this little moon drop. Got these ladies out here setting bricks. So it looks like they're gonna build a wall and do some new steps and stuff to get in there. So you can see the coffins up there. So this is the Moondrop Adi Chow Arawas, Wat Prathong, a statue of the deceased abbots. So this is where they put the coffins for the old abbots that were in charge, or the old head monks. Yeah, so we can't get in there, it's all right. We've seen this before. Over here is the figures. This is depicting the scene. So that would have been that top knot of the Buddha, little boy tying it off. And then you can see the temple building back behind here. And then over here is the museum. But again, like I said, it's closed. And it's supposed to be open, but sometimes these temples, they just don't have the manpower to open them up. So we won't be able to see in there. Yeah, the building itself is pretty nice. But no luck. Maybe another time when I come to Phuket. I've been to this temple several times and I've never been able to get in here. Then they have some of the old cannons over here. So I don't know if these were actually the ones that they got from the Burmese, or the governor of Nakhon Si Thammarat used to chase the Burmese away. But they have a couple of them over here with some ribbons tied. Kind of cool looking. They're just rusting now. And then here's that forehead god that you see all over Thailand. It's one of the Thais' favorites to pray to. You have a little forest park out here in the back. Some trails. These places for people to sit and do all their stuff out here. And right next to the temple is the little river. You can see the banana trees planted on the banks and stuff. We have an old mining truck out here. That's kind of cool, the little water tower. That's going to finish up our video over here at Wat Phra Thong. This is a really cool temple. It's a small temple. It's something that most people don't know too much about. The Thais do. They know about this right here, and they will come over here to make merit. And it's kind of cool. It's something that's different. And if you're in the Thalang area, which is north of Phuket town itself, the old town of Phuket, it's up here. Take a look at this if you have a chance. It's worth 30 minutes of your time to see. And the story about it is what's really, really cool. That's the best part to me. Just kind of fun. I like the old, fables and stuff like that you hear about things like this. It's cool to me. And I've been here several times, and I'll stop again. I would like to get in there and see the museum. I've never been able to see in there. Plus that ordination hall that's always been locked up. I come back to places like this in hopes to see everything. I like to see every single building, and it's just kind of my hobby. It's fun for me. Anyway, if you are new to the channel, this is the kind of stuff I do. I just go and show you things I see and tell you a little bit about what I know. So if you like this kind of stuff, I'm usually going where most people don't go. And if you like kind of seeing something a little bit different, then stick around, subscribe. It's free to do and easy. And then you're notified whenever I post a new video. And if you've been here or if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. If you know more information than what I'm saying, tell me in a comment down below, because people read the comments and they can learn a little bit more about it, because I sometimes forget to say everything or I just don't know. So anyway, leave me a comment, and if you liked the video, definitely smash the like. And until next time, from over here in Phuket, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.